Hello all and welcome to the first video of a chilly 2025. I've got a scarf on. It's not a prop, it's not for show. It is genuinely that cold down in the cellar. But we're starting with something to warm us up. It is some transfer news. Gone straight in with the wrong mouse there, having originally had the right mouse. We're bringing in Lee Jarman, 20 years old. The scouts are very interested in us doing this. Positioning 17, tackling 20, good teamwork, good strength. Okay pace, not great off the ball, but okay marking, and then jumping and heading could be hopefully improved, but good bravery. So he's got some of those good stats that we would like to see for a defender. He's coming in for Cardiff, who are 16th in Division 3. So he is coming in for 240,000. So I'm just going to confirm that before we get to looking at some of the other business of the episode. So he will be coming in. Mark Burgess going out. We're not clicking on him. Scandinavian search has started because we've brought in Dave Colley, decent scout. He's on £250 a week, so he's a bargain. And then we've got Kevin Keelan. Not I would love it. There's an L. Also £250 a week. So scouts that have taken not very much money and that have managed to give a maximum amount of years to. But this is what has changed. This is what has allowed us to be going out into the transfer market. So a few things to go over first. We're still 18th. Pay close attention to where Sunderland are, because that's important context. But we've started to string nailed it. Start to string a few wins together, and we started to get a few more goals. As you can see, David Johnson is back and he's scoring. So we're going to have a look. Now, some of the progress has been let down by this, so let's just address it. I got beat 6-0 by Sunderland. I got absolutely battered by them. They are top of the league, and I did have Lee Bracey in goal. Lee Bracey will be being replaced next year. So I can't have such a poor backup goalkeeper. So we had Bracey in goal, and we didn't have David Johnson because he was out. But hopefully we're going to see him in this episode. And we got absolutely pulled apart. Look, we were only 1-0 down at halftime, and then the second half, Bracey was not braced for the stern challenge of top of the league. But other than that, things are going to be going pretty well. With this come from behind win versus Portsmouth, David Johnson, man of the match, 2 goals. Leon McKenzie, 2 goals. So that was good. We drew 0-0 with Wolves, who were second at the time. They're now third. Richard Wright, captain, man of the match performance. So that's gone. That was a good performance, obviously. And then look, we had a 3-1 win. David Johnson's first goal. And then we had the 3-0 win over Swindon. And even my man Marnix has started to score. So he's got 1 goal, 10 game. There'll be an update on some transfers, hopefully, as we go through the episode. But we're going to have a look at Bradford, as I promised, the FA Cup, because I love the FA Cup. And then we're going to have a look at Bolton, who are another of those high-flying teams, and hopefully start to get in some of these new signings as we go. So here we go then. We're going into our new look game. I am going to bring in... where is Jarman? Jarman is there. Richard Wright, Bruce Shin. So we're going to leave him on the bench for the time being. So this is going to be the lineup. I'm going to take... Tell you what, let's do it. Let's take Clapham out. Because Clapham is not really... he's a defender midfield at left. So I'm going to fire him on the bench. But let's bring Jarman in for his debut. And is he right-footed or is he left-footed? He is right-footed. What about Kunde? I know that I feel like this is a very modern thing, caring about a centre-back's preferred foot, but I'm gonna leave him. Tell you what, I'm gonna leave him on that side that he's on, and I'm gonna leave Bramble there because of his versatility. I'm gonna take, who's my other sub? I don't want both of them. So I don't have a striker on the bench, but then I don't think I have a striker fit. So Johnson is slightly out. Lee Naylor, wrong Naylor. Richard Naylor is back in. I fired him into the reserves for a bit because he's not really been playing, but no one will come in and take him out. So we've not got a great team. We've not got our first strength team, or a first choice or a full strength. Merged those. But here we go. Home to Bradford. Commentary speed too fast. And let's see how we get on. Might do the FA Cup game on very fast, just so this isn't like a 35-minute episode. once it is all chopped up and edited down. Oh, there we go. The new man was involved in that, and then Jason Cundy was up there heading it in. So that's I think that's his second goal. Yeah, so Cundy started to he's got a new contract. He's starting. Completely fudged what we wanted to talk about because I've not brought my notepad down. We've moved to a 3-5-2, which is what some of you guys were suggesting. So completely didn't even do a lineup. Look, but so Jarman on the left, but then we've got Petter, Dyer, Keats. Those two should really be swapped because of their feet. Holland has moved to the right. Clint, Marcel, Naylor, and McKenzie. So we have changed tactic. That was what brought. That was the whole point of the episode, was going over the new tactics and what that has done for us. But I was so keen to show a signing that I just completely glossed over all of that. And Moore has scored. Which Moore is this? Darren Moore. He's decent, isn't he? Got to be watching a danger man like Darren Moore. Oh, a good save. I was going to say that was looking at that, had goal written all over it until it had save written all over it. I think that made sense. But we're doing a bit better here. A bit better than the last episode when we had back-to-back defeats, didn't we? Oh, Petter's got a yellow card. Now, I have got him on the transfer list at the minute because his value has gone up just with his good performances. So whilst I would not like to lose him, I was thinking if I could get him out and get that sort of money in for him, I could have almost a full squad rebuild. Because we're probably not making the playoffs this year. I did say there would be a second season, especially with how quick it's going. So we're going to try and redevelop the team. Centre-back, goalkeeper, striker I'm still looking to address. And we still need a true right-sided midfielder just to add a bit of depth. But those are the things. Those are my shopping list in my head. So I'm trying to find some way of funding them. So, as you could see, they've only had that one shot on target, so I'm disappointed that we're even drawing this. I'm going to leave Clint Marcel there. I've got Marco, who will go in there if needed. And let's just have a look at Bobby while we're here. So, look. He's developing really nicely. £170 assist bonus. Let's be honest, that's doing nothing for him, is it? But, yeah, so if we can... Terrible header from Holland. If we can get him out... I probably will have to do it. Clint Marcel, I would like to bring him at his 5th goal of the season. He hit that from 20 yards out. He has been a real success. He's not amazing, but you know he's doing the business. My worry with him, or my feeling with him, was that he's going to play so well that someone's going to offer Barnsley some money for him. I would not be matching that. And we're not going to get him at a discount because his contract is so long. Because we were chasing Liam Daish in the last episode. He's I can't remember if he's fully signed, but he is very likely to be joining Fulham for about 220,000. Oh my God, they've scored again. Was that Moore again? No, it's Blake. Robbie Blake. Oh, close from McKenzie. Right. Naylor is not doing it, is he? I tell you what, I've not even... Am I going to throw Titus Bramble up front? Sod it. Let's do it. I'm going to fire Clapham on for Petter, because Petter's not having a great game. And he's also got a yellow card. It's almost like his form has dropped off because I've needlessly tried to sell him for my own gains. Oh, he's hit the foot of the post now. So this is all us. I feel like if we don't grab a winner here, we've thrown 2 points away. Bramble gets it all along. It's gone harmlessly over the bar. How very Titus of you. Oh, I was like, if they steal this... This might be the first episode where you see me storm off. Shoved by Gareth Whaley. That's good. This has got draw all over it, hasn't it? There we go. Final whistle. So we're back. It's talking about the improvement. You've seen the goals. We've still got some work to do with the defence. But there we are. We hopefully have killed any danger of going down. Now, here we go. Here was one of the players I didn't want to mention because of the second message here. Juan Francisco Palencia. One of the ways that I'm going to try and solve my lack of success is with as many Mexicans as you can get in a matchday squad, which is free. So if you have a look at this guy's stats, I've got a bid in for 100k. He's coming in for about £8,000 because he didn't want to sign, but he is delayed due to the work permit. And now if you had played this game, work permits could be a real git as an English side on this, but he has got 12 caps and 5 goals. So I'm hoping that they're going to do it, that they're going to let us. So here's another one of me Eastern Europeans I was trying to get in. Sergei Gurenko even wants to move to a bigger club. At the time being, they're not having any of it. And they've rejected that because I put in a far bigger bid. So he would be one of my overseas players if I could get him. The problem with those guys, linking back to the work permits, is that they don't have any international caps. Now, thinking about titling this the work permit episode, Clint Marcel's work permit has expired and will not be renewed due to him not having played enough games in England. So one of the standout performers I was just talking about, he is now stuck in limbo on £5,000 a week, and I cannot play him. So there we go. Thanks very much. Can't even blame this on Brexit, can I? Because it's 23 years in the future or something like that. Here's one of the guys that I've been trying to get in from the brilliantly named FC Jazz, which is Marco Johansson, who's not amazing, but he's only 20 years old, and my scouts were very taken by him, so they were very, very keen that I should be trying to sign him. I was trying to lowball him with the wages though, so I'll have to see if we can get him in. Ipswich Richards Wright has been named the English First Division Player of the Month award. We'll take that. He's been superb this month. Here we go. So going into the FA Cup, the Ipswich Town directors are disappointed with your performance as manager and extremely concerned about our poor league performances. It has been 2 games since our last victory. I'm well aware of that, lads. Right, so Wright is still not coming in. Jarman is cup tied. I'm going to clear my bench off. And we're going to have a proper look through this team and get in some of the players that we need to get in. So we're going to get Bramble in, so he's going to be playing on the left. Tony Mowbray is struggling. So let's get Tony out. Let's get Tanner in. Again, he's not fantastic, but he's, better than what we've got. I'm going to drop Jarman. I'm going to bring in Atkinson. I'm going to risk a little bit of rotation. And let's see if we got any of our better forwards back. No, they're all still struggling away with the injuries. So I don't know if fitness would improve that. And then we've now got the Clint Marcel conundrum in the sense that who is going to play in that gap. Tell you what, Atkinson is going to go in there and someone else is going to go on the right. So let's put Stockwell right. Clicked on the wrong person. Atkinson playing behind the striker. Let's get Petter on the bench. Clap him on the bench because he's barely played. I don't want Holland on there because I'm going to spin Dyer and Keats around just because one of them is right-footed and one of them is left. There is Dyer. Where's Keats? There we go. So you would think that's going to be their strongest side. So like I said, we're going to have this on very fast. We're at home, FA Cup third round action versus Shrewsbury, 4-4-2. Let's go do a win. Let's get through. Would this silence my board? So we've hit New Year in both real time and the game because this is the 2nd of January. And it's the 2nd of January today. I knew that without having to look over on my other computer. 100%. So Stockwell getting early involved there. We're talking about what speed do you have this on. I can read this as I'm going through, probably like many of you, but I have no chance of shouting it out. I'd have to be like Buster Rhymes. Lee Steele has scored from the penalty spot. That is not good for me. Sunderland, top of the league, playing long ball, by the way. So if they put those 6 past me, and they had absolutely tons of shots, what are Shrewsbury doing? Just counter-attacking. Come on, this is bad, isn't it? Right. Holster. Where is he? Don't know why I didn't just do it on here. Holster for Atkinson. I want Petter on. I'm going to do it. Let's go long ball. Not got the best forward, so I need as much balls as possible into those front two. Will I get fired for after a message like that? If you get knocked out at home, there's only 7,000 here. Fans have already given up on me. We've barely had a shot on target since. There we go. We've had another one now since going to this. This was supposed to be the feel-good episode. We're getting knocked out here, aren't we? We've absolutely turned it around with the long ball, but we've not troubled at all. We've only had 3 shots on target, and they've scored. It's 2-0. I don't know why I like the FA Cup so much, because it doesn't like me. It hates me. The FA Cup hates me. That is how I feel. We have just been knocked out by a Division 3 Shrewsbury. Where are they even in the league? They're not even in the top half. They're 14th. 14th place Shrewsbury have just beaten Division 1 Ipswich. Granted, we're struggling, and we didn't have Richard Wright in goal. And Marco Johansson, he's just like, I'm not coming to see that. You've just lost to Shrewsbury. I don't care how much money you offer me. So we've got a little bit of work to do in the transfer window. And there's guys rejecting me left, right, and centre. Doesn't matter if he's fit next game. Richard Wright will be going in. Someone said to me about signing Needlemans. So he could be someone that we have a look at. Well, this is what I could do with. What's Herrera? Look at that. Look at those stats. And he's just gone to Inter Milan from Madrid for 8.5 million. Right. Kevin Fotheringham tried to bring him in on a Bosman ready for next year, but he's gone to Hearts instead. I did not even get first billing of the rejected clubs. Ipswich reserves have lost. Midgley has scored again. He was recommended. Again, I should have fired him in the cup game, shouldn't I? About bringing him in and him maybe being the answer to our problems by Keith, who would be happy with a 2-2 draw with Bradford. I tried to get Paolo, but they were just not doing it. He didn't want to come on loan to me. He might want to go to Palace though. A, it's in London, and B, now this used to drive my brother insane when I did this. But sometimes if I'm struggling, I like to just clear the room, clear all the players out. Jarman is left-footed, isn't he? No, he's right-footed. I feel like we've already had that conversation, haven't we? Right, so let's get in. I'm going to get Mowbray left. I'm going to get Jarman in the middle. And then Condé. Tell you what, let's spin them round. Right, yeah, Condé in the middle, Jarman right. Right, so there's the start of our team. See, Mowbray's not fantastic. Do I want to get Bramble? Do you know what? I'm committing to Bramble for the extra pace. Right, so there we got our guys there. Let's get Bobby Petter left. Let's get Matt Holland right, because that's what I'm doing with him at the minute. And then we've got Keats, and then we've got Dyer. There we go. Now this is the problem we have now. Holster is out. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put someone else in midfield. Let's go with Tanner. We're going with Tanner, we're going with Clapham. Let's go with Tanner because he's actually centre midfield. And we're going to go with Dyer behind the strikers because I've been a bit disappointed with Dyer. But this is your first viewing of Johnson and Calder as a front two. So let's get Clapham there on the bench. And are we getting Stockwell? feel like maybe could have risked starting Stockwell. But there we go. So that's going to be our team. Mackenzie, Clapham, Stockwell, bench. Proceed to the match. We're away at Bolton. Would it still have been the Reebok Stadium then, or was that much later? But they're up there. They're second. This could be a sacking. Let's not pretend that it couldn't be. There we go. Let's get that down to fast now that that's stopped. Like I said, the draw away at Wolves, and we did get outplayed, but we held on. And Richard Wright had that 9 rating. Which McAllister is that? Is that have they got Gary McAllister playing? It's Kevin. So he's obviously escaped from being home alone and gone on to be a professional footballer, which is good for him. And we've just hit the post. Keats to Holland. Holland's ball forward. So I feel like what happened there? Was that a free kick? I feel like Dyer, I'm already seeing a lot more of his name. Now, I don't know if that's psychological or if that's a real thing. But so far, we are matching these. And what Bull have they got? They've got Steve Bull. Steve Bull has gone to Bolton for 300,000. This is unbelievably upsetting. Sometimes Championship Manager just exists to try and hurt you, doesn't it? And that would be one of them. They've also got Bobby Taylor. It's like a team of things I would hate to see. Oh, I was going to say things I do like to see, though, is Kieran Dyer getting in that much space. Oh, who was that? Was that Pedersen? Hansen. He was the guy that we had a look at before and we realised, like, oh, he was good. Was he here? So he's just got his 11th goal. Undeserved. Probably. Possibly offside. Probably. McAllister is all over, isn't he? Setting traps all over the pitch that we're falling for, it would seem. Oh, cleared off the line. So this is the first. We've already played Wolves twice, and now we're playing Steve Bull again, and we're dominating this match. And then they've gone and scored an offside dubious goal. Probably there's like. Right, let's get Marnix off. Let's get Mackenzie on. Let's actually click the restart button. And let's go. This is the earliest I've ever committed to a second season of any playthrough. And I'm now worried that there's going to be a firing. I did get fired before if you've been with the channel from the start of the 40 playthroughs. We got fired from Reading for failing to get out of what we would call League One. Right, this half we have struggled. Wright's having a good game. Let's get that back on long. He's gone past Jarman, hit a fierce shot. Richard Wright made a good save. They get a second. This is over, isn't it? Hits the woodwork and bounces clear. They've taken this game now, haven't they? Feels like they've got well on top. Can we grab a late equaliser? The first half, you wouldn't say we didn't deserve, but second half has been a different story. You can see why they are second, possibly going even higher than that. And we're potentially looking at a club change, a manager change. Oh, I was going to say, if Kieran Dyer playing in his new role was going to save us with a last-minute equaliser, I might have jumped through the roof. But there we are, final whistle. So we've done okay since we've changed. We had a lot of free kicks, dirty Bolton. But, you know, Bobby Petter's had a stinker. I'm going to have to take him off the transfer list because I'm convinced there's that. Tanner, you know, he came in to fill a role due to the fact that we've been screwed over with a work permit. So they're still second. They've not let in many goals. I feel like if we can get some time, if we can get some time, we'll be okay. But we're going to end on this. Ipswich Town Chairman David Sheepshanks has announced that Kev Masio's job as manager is safe. There was no worse message to receive than that. So I'm going to go away. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the suggestions so far. I'm going to endeavour to turn this around so that we do have another episode, a final episode, and then we do get to that second season. But I've got some things to go away and work on my tactics board and some signings to make.